Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-8 Tier 6 German? No, it's Soviet SPG. I had a really big hiccup there. It's located on the south spawn or defending spawn of Steppes Assault, and it's under the command of angelina75. Okay, Angelina's response to Talon. She saw his replays and she's noticed that he's now got a first class cruiser and a Confederate, so she's got to improve on that somehow. Oh, she ran into the wall, the rock, and now she's trying to climb the wall. Yes, she's been away for a little while. Well, no, she's been busy actually. She's been looking after Talon, and like an angel she did after Remy went off to school. And well, Talon hasn't been very well, but she did enjoy her weekend lying. Rounds out the T-28, lands just in front of him, but it does stun him, and he is taking fire. So she's picking up some stun assists. Oh, just missed out on some there. Yes, I think he's moved into a position where he's going to regret that, because Angelina's shell goes in directly behind him. Okay, that Crusader didn't last very long. Now it's an assault game, lasts only 10 minutes, and they've got to try and kill all of Angelina's team or capture the cap. And the enemy are moving in quite aggressively. And one landed right next door to the 7032, but didn't do any damage to him, surprisingly. She is using the 152mm gun, which is capable of doing 550 alpha and penetrating 38mm of armor with a 7-meter burst radius and a 6 to 11 seconds stun. And she's now positioned herself behind a bit of cover. She's got to shoot up over that cover, and the first tank she comes across is a KV-1S. Okay, this should be fun. She'll probably get him. Yep, she does. Hits him for 160. Changes targets. This time she's going for a 7032. Now, notice the rescue is partially obscured. That could cause a bit of a problem. As he comes forward, yes. Notice that. She does get a hit. She stuns 2 tanks, but the thing is that obviously that occluded rescue means that there's something in the way that could block the shot. And I think it's the rock that's directly in front of Angelina that's doing the trick, but that's a direct hit. She's definitely getting hit points out of that KV-1S, and these guys are finding it difficult to move forward when they do get stunned, but they keep trying to get closer. Rounds out, direct hit in the face for 105 there. Now this tank has this Arty has a reload of 19.65 seconds by the book. Angelina's reload is 15.83, so that's what makes this tank the best replacement for the M44. She just killed the KV-1S, so she's got her first kill of the game. Look at these guys, spectators, not really taking part in the battle. They're just sitting there wondering if there's anything they can do. Well, Angelina's dialed in and fires around him, and that lands next to the VK. That Tiger 1 is a one-shot now. He comes around that corner, he could actually go out the game. Meanwhile, our VK is now trying to get at the 7032s. Angelina's trying to get a shot in. Unfortunately now they're just too close. The rock in front of her is now hindering her, and she needs to change positions again. Oh, that'll go after the Tiger 1. She could take him out of the game, and she does! So she's got a second kill of the game. Okay, now it's difficult for her to get a shot there, so she's going to have to change positions. But our team seems to be doing rather well, because we're 8 up on the enemy at the moment. Yep, the enemy is failing spectacularly. And Angelina keeps firing, keeps pumping those shells out as much as she can, while now she's dialing in on the VK. She's dialed in. Oh! Robbed! RNG robbed her there. The shell hit the ridgeline, didn't hit the target. Okay, it looks like that T-25-2 has discovered some more serious targets behind him. He's going after them instead. And yes, he does kill our P-43 turret and then gets killed himself in the process. But that's forced the VK to turn around, and Angelina, I think, is going to try and put a round into his rear this time. If our Super Chappie remembers to get out of the way. Rounds out. Well, it hits the side of him for 93, keeps him stunned, and now she's picking up stun assist. Oh, what a lot of stun assist. Massive amount straight away like that. Now she's got 1,500. And here comes the T25 2 on our team. And that's it. That's the game. Well, that game did not last long at all, but Angelina did very well in it, considering she was having a difficult time trying to find targets and get the shots on those targets from her position behind those rocks. There must be better positions to fire from that on this game. In fact, I think they're much better from behind the cap area. But anyway, let's have a look at the results. She got a win rate of 1,270, which is good, but not superb. But the fact that she got a first class and a bruiser meant that she's actually matched Talon's. But Talon had a much higher win rate, so therefore he is still in the lead. Let's have a look at team score. Well, Angelina only got 847 hit points in that game. The highest scorer was the Shrek, who got 5,273, followed by one of the 7032s with 2,374. The third highest was the ISM with 1,946, and he got a steel wall. The Shrek, by the way, got a Radley Walters, Pascucci's, high caliber, and a Top Gun altogether. That's quite a lot of business there. Angelina goes about mid-table when it comes to damage. But when it comes to kills, yep, she's actually enjoying second place because the Shrek managed 8. And then the VK100-01P got 2 kills, so did Angelina. And nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. In fact, only 2 players managed to get a kill at all. And there weren't that many people with kills on her own team, for that matter. When it came to base XP, she's a little further down the table, actually in 5th place. Because the Shrek managed 1,708, which is a very high score. 990 went to the Super Chaffee, who nearly got hit by one of Angelina's shells because he decided to park himself behind the enemy VK. And then we've got the ISM with 883, the VK with 866, and then Angelina with 832. She fired 13 shots in the game, got 7 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations at all, but 13 splash. Damage of 847 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2, so that's why she missed out on the Confederate. Didn't hit enough tanks in that one. 1,477 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns. She earned 25,918 credits on a free-to-play account, and after ammunition resupply, took away 15,388 credits profit. 832 base XP times 2 for the first victory. 1,664 experience points altogether. She says, I'll keep trying. She's actually just, I believe she's on the computer at this moment. She's actually having another go to see if she can get an ace tanker, because if she does get an ace, she wins outright the first time she gets it, unless Talon's already have one. So, yes, there's a big incentive for Angelina to get that ace tanker. But Talon has already been on the PC. He's actually already sent me in a replay. He took on board the notices or the suggestions that I actually put in the previous video. I was a bit critical of him because I kept saying to him, you really need to use the little mouse trick with to look at the new target rather than scroll, and try a different Arty each time, because it forces you to look at all your technique and see if you can do something better with a different Arty. And he sent in a replay, so let's have a look at that one. The second replay is with Talon in the Hummel on the south spawn of Erlenberg. Game on. Still using the shotgun, which is the correct advice, because of course that's the information we actually got quite early on, quite a long time ago actually, that the stock gun was much better than the Top Gun, and it was Frazier, the streamer, who actually told us to do that, and he's quite correct. You must use the stock gun because it's so much better. It's got a better arc, better trajectory, more accurate, and it's got a faster reload time. It does less damage, but it also carries more shells than the standard Hummel, so it gives you more firepower overall. Okay, well, he's found a firing position and he's ready to go. And he can actually fire over the buildings into the enemy tanks that are coming down this street. We haven't got anybody who's gone up that way though, so they're not going to get spotted until they get to the corner. And I'm not sure that Talon can actually hit the corner there, so he needs to aim a little further back. You have to look at the minimap and see where your teammates are. Sometimes they're the ones who are actually going to spot for you and tell you where the enemy is. Okay, well, we've got a Jagdpanzer, the tank destroyer version of the, of the Panzer IV, and he did get a hit there. That vehicle did suffer from a lot of broken gearboxes because of course the enemy would shoot at the front of the vehicle and the gearbox was right in the front, and the shell penetrated, then their engine would fail and they'd be stuck there. He got a nice hit there on the 40 TP, but he pulled back into cover. He's got a nice angle on this Type 58. He pulls back. He's almost loaded. 20.50 seconds is the reload time. The standard reload is 25.31, so he shaved off 5 seconds. As you know, at the moment, Talon's top score is a first class, a bruiser, and a Confederate. Angelina's managed to get a first class and a bruiser only, but she'll probably come up with something more. Oh, this looks good. Yes, he backed up in, choked the rear of his vehicle, and Talon managed to put a round into the rear. That accurate. And it comes down to the fact that Talon does take some time to dial in on the target, and that's what gives him this spectacular accuracy, making it easier for him to get shots on target and get hits. Okay, he's pulled back just a little, which opens up the angle here. We've got a Skoda T40 trying to commit suicide. In actual fact, he's the one who came out on top there, mainly because the T-3485M was low on health, but the Skoda took a hit as he was pulling back. 205 hit points. That's a very good one for Talon. Now, can he put another one in there? I'm not so sure that Skoda will still be there when we fire again. No, he's actually moved, I think. And now we've got the Type 58, the same one he hit before. He timed that one a little late. Now, still some distance between him and the enemy, but he's changing the angle to make it easier for him to get shots up that high street. And the best way to do that is to head west for the moment. And that might give him a better line up that road. He's having a look. Yes, he has got a shot on the KV-2R. He's letting it dial in at the moment. Still dialing in. Got another 3 seconds or so before he's going to be ready. And now he's ready. Rounds out. And it landed right in front. In fact, no, it hit the lower plate. It did hit the lower plate of the KV-2R. I thought for a second it landed right in front of the guy, but it didn't. It actually hit the lower plate. But it only yielded 130 hit points because it was fairly heavy armor. Now, if he can get this one in, he's loaded. Rounds out. No, only got some stun there. Changing positions again, trying to get a little further west to get a better angle. He doesn't want to get too far near these bushes, or it's a bit dangerous to go out here because the enemy, well, they might catch sight of you, and then you might be a tempting target for that M44 on the enemy team. Okay, well, he's got a different angle now, and he can shoot at these guys down the high street. There's the T-3485M, looks a good target, but the guy pulls back. Oh, but the shell goes long and lands on his upper plate. And you can see the impact point, it's on the lower end of the upper plate, but he didn't pen. Now, the reason he didn't pen is because these shells will do 38mm of armor, and the upper plates on a T-3485M is about 70mm, 70mm, I think it's 75mm. He did get a direct hit though on the KV-2R, another one. with the angling on that plate as well. The armor goes up to about 100, I seem to recall, on 234-85M. But because the angle the shells are coming in at, they're coming in where it's flat. So, you know, the angling is designed to actually block shots that are coming in from the front, not the ones that are coming in from above. Now he's being very bold to move forward because there's only 3 enemy tanks left. One of them's in the city and the other 2 are right up the far end. And he's decided to stop on this corner because there is an enemy tank up there, the KV-2R, and look, that's the one he hit earlier. And this time round he finishes him off. 149 hit points. It was a good job that he did stop because he was actually able to get a kill. The M44 was just too eager to move north and Talon's just snagged. Well, he didn't actually get a kill. Funnily enough, he didn't kill that KV-2R. He's not showing that kill against his name. Rounds out the Type 58, splashes him, tracks him. He's stunned, but he won't be stunned for long. And there's the kill shot, but he did get the track assist because he was still tracked. So he didn't get stun assist, but he got track assist instead. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9, and he got another Confederate. They're hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And, well, yes, it was a very good one, but he didn't get a single kill in that game. I thought he got at least 1 kill in the game, but nope, sadly missed out. He did get a win 8 of 1,801, which is a decent score, a very good score. Not super Unicum standard though, so let's have a look at team scores and see where he was. Well, the high scorer was the Type 64, 2,142 hit points went to him. The second highest damage went to the Nashorn on Arty, and he also picked up a Top Gun, 1,982 hit points. And the third highest in the game was actually the Jackson on the enemy team, 1,623, so he just missed out. He actually got 4th place with 1,323. That's not a bad score. He also, of course, got that Confederate. When it came to kills, it was the Nashorn who did the best with 6 kills. 2 kills went to the Type 64 and the A43 and the Excalibur. And so, yes, Talon didn't get any kills, but as I said, that helped him to get the Confederate. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in 5th place because the Type 64 managed 1,017, the Nashorn got 988, the A43 got 787. We can see Talon's down here at 602, just underneath the Excalibur with 606, so not much between them on that game. He fired 12 rounds, got 8 direct hits on the enemy, but no penetrations, but he did get 14 splashes as well, so I think he was hitting more than one tank at a time sometimes. 1,323 hit points of damage, all of it done at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he did get 213 hit points of stun assist and 20 hit points of, oh sorry, that's damage assist, sorry. Stun assist was 20 hit points of 14 stun, so he wasn't getting much stun assist in this game. It's more damage assist along the way. He earned 32,397 credits on a premium count, 105,000 for mission completion, 137,397 altogether, and after ammunition resupply, and yes, these shells are fairly cheap, he came away with 131,337 credits profit. 903 for the XP for the battle, times 2 for the first victory, 1,806 experience points altogether. So sadly, this means that he hasn't beaten his own score in this game, but really it's going to be difficult for him to beat his score in so far on this week, because he's got a first class, a Bruiser, and a Confederate. I suppose the only way that he could beat this score would be to get another medal on top of the Confederate at the same time. But if he did go for something higher, he'd have to get an ace. And if he wins the ace, he wins the weekend line outright straight away. But that's exactly what Angelina might do. She might pull out one of her arties that she's practiced in and pull off an ace tanker just like that. Or she might do some practice and do it that way. But yes, so he's not safe yet. He's still got a couple of days before, or at least we've still got the Saturday for him to score a better score or for Angelina to beat him. So I hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below so it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.